Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, there is some intrigue to this matchup between Michigan and Oregon. These are not teams that play often, but with this new revamped Big Ten, we are going to see this matchup more and more. What makes this really interesting is the history of Kyle Whittingham, the new Michigan head coach, against Oregon. He played them well and beat them often when he was the coach at Utah. We'll see if that adds a new little wrinkle into this matchup here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Here's Underwood. Here's a heat. Got room at the 35. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down. There's a crease. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down. You try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you first.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
In the gun on 3rd down. Moore fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making play.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top going 63 yards to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, the ground game. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Throwing more. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Moore. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 45. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here's Moore to throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Moore will throw. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here comes the option. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Dante Moore looking down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Complete to the right. Lots of room to run. Into the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
And how about the offense being aggressive, willing to drop your quarterback into the end zone? If he gets tackled, it's a safety, gets the ball out, and the receiver does the rest. 98 yards to the house. What an explosive play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They've just got to do a better job finishing.
And the Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Play fake, Underwood. Might be looking to run. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I like the play call, like being aggressive on offense. 2nd and inches, you still got a 3rd down coming, but the defense, great job being ready for the pass. Wasn't fooled, got the sack, now set up a better 3rd down situation for him.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Escapes the pressure to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Setting up the screen. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here comes the heat. Being chased. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. He'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Throwing more. Hauls it in. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Moore to the air. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. And the Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's Underwood to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Moore. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Moore will throw. He uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one, obviously.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Underwood. Here's the pressure. He's got it. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bryce Underwood to the air again. He's got it on the move. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. First down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here on second.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the Duke Blue Devils. And it's the Hurricanes who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They're up to double digits, 10 straight victories on the season without a single blemish.
He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that crown game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And some room to work. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical.
Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Running inside. It's Marshall. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got zero push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run inside. It's Davison. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Ran through the tackle, and he's... Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And, man, you got to love when you got these big boys inside, these defensive tackles. And, by the way, when they keep the GPS stats on these guys, they can speed in the school zone. Like, they're moving that fast, and you can see it right there, starting to get to the perimeter, and he's running from the inside out. Flashes like a linebacker. Man, what a...
Going for it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
On the ground, it's Marshall. Got a little grass. The tap. Touchdown, Wolverines. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running inside, it's Davison. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dante Moore unloads it left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
That's a really nice-looking throw. When I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you,
wide open spaces. Touchdown, Oregon. They are lining up the scoreboard. Every touchdown has an answer, it seems. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the counter. At the 35, he's open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys, and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Moore will throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. This dude is ready. revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Throwing, Underwood. Punch it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Again, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that is incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
He put that one in harm's way, and it's swatted down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Here's Underwood to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to
finding some room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Moore. He's taking the shot. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
The run inside. It's Hill. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Quarterback making checks. Moore rushes on him. They're working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the run, it's Hill. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Moore to the air. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. 4th down, Moore. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Under fire. And they got it. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.